Hello, welcome to another Becoming a Modern Man. We are by a Ghostway deck in this time. This is the list. Really excited by this deck. It's a whole lot of fun and looks to abuse Ghostway, which essentially blinks out your guys until end of turn with a lot of enter the battlefield effects. Sort of similar to how Birthing Pod decks worked. Obviously not quite as powerful, that's why Birthing Pod got banned, but it's got a sort of reminiscent feel. We've got the Restoration Kiki Jiki combo here, as well as Chord of Calling to search up our lone Kiki Jiki. Otherwise we're just doing crazy things with Ghostway, drawing a lot of cards, returning Ghostway with Eternal Witness, which is one of the big combos of the deck. So you use Ghostway, blink out Eternal Witness, it comes back end of turn, and you get your Ghostway back. So you can sort of create some fun loops with that. Then obviously you've got your Resto, which can bounce your Eternal Witness, and you can get something else back from the graveyard. So a lot of cool interactions, which hopefully you'll see in the videos. But our first game that I want to show you is going to be against a Splinter Twin deck, which isn't our best of matchups, but given that Splinter Twin is a big deal in the current metagame, I thought this would be a good way to start. So let us begin. So we're going to lead off. This hand is okay. We don't ever really want to draw Kiki Jiki, but I decided to run with this. Got 10-2 Wall of Omens, which hopefully draws a little deeper. Chord is, a very adaptable card, so obviously not a terrible thing to keep around, and so I decided to run with this, not knowing what our opponent was on. So we're just going to look for the Temple Garden, Plays Island, and the Serum Visions, which is certainly an indication that he's on combo. Draw a Kitchen Finks, which would be good in another matchup, less good here, unfortunately. Opponent plays a Spellskite. This chat doesn't seem to be doing much, so let's just get out of the way then. I'll play Spellskite, which is a little annoying. We draw the Path, which is an important against this matchup. Sorry. So I'd play a Kitchen Finks. Just going to pass here. I mean, if we can card end of turn if needs be, but there is a possibility we are just dead. So put Deceiver Exarch, tapping out like Temple Garden, and obviously we can pass Deceiver Exarch, but he's just going to use the Spellskite to redirect it, and that is game. So yeah, turn 4 win for our opponent. We did actually have the path to interact with him, but unfortunately the turn 2 Spellskite was pretty nice for him, so didn't work out particularly well in game 1 for us. Hopefully we'll be better equipped in game 2. So let's our draw step. This is our opener. Excuse me, sorry. It's not the most amazing, but it does have Path to Exile, which is so important in this match, and I would rather have a hand with Path to Exile than without, so as far as that goes, I think it's and we've got the Wall of Omens to draw deeper, so can't really complain about this hand. Cracks Flooded Strand, plays the Serum Visions. I'm going to run out a Wall of Omens. I'm going to play Spellskite, which wasn't a card we particularly wanted to see. I'm going to play my second Wall of Omens to draw a card, so I'm just going to hope our opponent doesn't have the absolute nut draw once again. I believe he doesn't, which certainly works to our advantage. So yeah, Timely Reinforcement, not too worried about. We already have 2 blockers for his soldier tokens, so we're not going to be getting very quickly beaten down by that, and him increasing his life total is significant, but not overly so, particularly on our current game plan, which is we're actually going to be able to combo ourselves with Resto Kiki. if he allows this to happen. So just going to pass up the turn. I could have played Resto on my turn to ensure that I get a card draw and he doesn't counter my Restoration Angel, but if he does have counters, we're going to end up fighting one way or another at some point, and it's either going to be over Kiki or Resto, so I figured we could just run with this. Watch our opponent play Snapcaster and Serum Visions. Keeps it white, which makes me suspicious of Path, but there's not a whole lot I can do about that. And at the very least I'm going to draw a card off this Restoration Angel, I imagine. So we blink the Wall of Omens to draw another card. Draw another Restoration Angel, which is nice. We set up a lands. Unfortunately, because we were trying to cast Kiki, we've kind of skimped on white mana, which is a little bit disadvantageous to us, particularly as this double path is actually going to be pretty nice if he ever does try to combo. But and well, we need at least double path thanks to his Spellskite, annoyingly. But we're just going to go for it here. If he has the path, obviously he's going to kill off the Kiki, which means the combo's out of the window, which is somewhat annoying, but I think we just have to force him to have it here. If he doesn't have it, we win, so I think it's well worth just going for it here. Unfortunately, he does have path as expected, but not the worst situation for us. We still get to make at least one Angel token and blink a Wall of Omens to draw an extra card, so we've drawn a considerable amount of cards, which is nice. We're also going to attack for 6, which puts the opponent down to 15, which means we at least have a decent clock on him, even if we can't combo win from this point. Cast another Visionary here, draw into an Eternal Witness, which is definitely a good card for us. Means these paths are going to go even further, probably. We could have played another Visionary or played the Eternal Witness. My fear at the moment is that I'm going to have to pass the Spellskite and pass a creature, say a Deceiver Exarch or Pestamite or what have you. So I don't want to leave myself in a situation where he can counter one of the paths or remand one of the paths, because I only have 2 planes or access to 2 white mana, and that leaves me dead, and that's what I die to. It's notable that he doesn't actually have double red at the moment, but I can't really put too much thought into that, I don't think, because there's a very good chance that he just has a Steam Fence in hand or a basic mountain. So I didn't really want to tap too low. And I suppose I still would lose to Remand on Path to Exile, but this way at least I play around Mana Leak, I guess, I think was what I was thinking about. So, I'm going to attack, putting down to 12. I'm going to run out a Deceiver Exarch. I figured I might as well fight over this now. I don't know whether it would have been better to wait, but I figured if he had less mana up, that would be better. I suppose he would have had to tap pretty low to actually get the to actually cast Splinter Twin, so maybe this was a mistake. Maybe I should have just waited to see what happened, particularly as we actually had mana up. I guess I was worried about Cryptic, but looking back on it, maybe I should have just waited and at least sort of forced him to waste the Splinter Twin if possible. I don't think he doesn't know that I have double path, so there's a good chance he wouldn't have tried to play around that. So yeah, maybe that was foolish. I also gave him a second red source, so he definitely casts Splinter Twin now at the very least. But not knowing his hand, I'm not sure how that would have worked out. He did actually have a Remand, so but then I gave him extra land, so maybe that one worth thinking about, I suppose, but on the spot I can't think whether that was the right or wrong thing to do. Potentially the wrong thing to do. So he attacks with everything. I'm going to trade the Visionary for the Snapcaster, because That seems like a decent idea. I've not got Ghostway or anything, so I'm not going to get much more value out of this Visionary. I've got another Visionary hand as well, so not devastated to see it go, for the sake of 2 damage as well, and we're just going to take 1. Then just drops the Steam Vents. I'm going to attack for 3. And has into Path to Exile on our Restoration Angel. Next to the fact we have 2 more Restoration Angels makes that not too devastating. But trip a basic forest off the path. Going to Eternal Witness, getting a Path to Exile, so that's where we see the remand that he had, or drew potentially between turns, and I'm just going to recast it, get the Path to Exile. Absolutely want it. Nobody can actually cast Deceiver Exarch or anything at the moment, so that's good. That is the problem with giving Splinter Twin lands with Path to Exile, but here I think it's just too important. We're going to have to get it back. I haven't played Splinter Twin on Snapcaster Mage, which is a little bit weird. It's not always wrong, I have to say. Like it can be good, and obviously if you want to dig a little bit deeper, or you've got good cards in your graveyard, but he just doesn't have anything particularly worthwhile using. He ends up targeting Timely Reinforcements, which, thanks to the fact that he already has way more creatures than I have on board, will just be able to game in 6 life, which doesn't seem particularly exciting. If I was him, I'd be tempted to have just sort of kept up the remand and see what I play, I guess, but that's what he did. I'm not sure if it was the right thing to do. I want to keep the Eternal Witness around because I'm planning to, if possible, with this Restoration Angel, and just keep rebuying these paths over and over and over, because I think it'll make it very difficult for him to win. We drop Hive Mage, which is one of our sideboard cards. Obviously can blow up a Splinter Twin, which is good. I don't think I cast it here. I think we're just going to main phase cast Restoration Angel. Again, I like to play around counter magic, possibly more than I should, but I just think it adds an extra threat to my board. It means I get paths back in a situation where I want to path his Snapcaster Mage so he stops getting value, and here he can't cast an Exarch or anything, so I don't feel I'm going to get too badly punished for that. Giving a lot of mana is probably a problem, but I think we'll be alright. Again, we've got another path in hand, he can't really punish us for it, and hopefully we're just going to be able to resto again using the Eternal Witness, buy back a path, and eventually we might get into Ghostway, and then things will be pretty silly. Just going to run out of Visionary here as well. Seems that we don't have any white mana up, so there's no real punishment for just pretty much tapping out here, really. Conjures Keranos, which is the best thing he could possibly have drawn, just because it's gonna dig him deeper, and Burn actually puts a bit of a clock on us, but it's not. I don't think it would have won it for him. So Blink Eternal Witness, I probably concede, which is an early concession, but I don't think Keranos would have really got him there. We've got a way better clock on him now. Doing 6 in the air. We've got paths for days, so it doesn't seem like he's going to be it doesn't seem very likely he's going to be able to combo out. We probably would drop Pride Mage as well eventually, which just means Splinter Twin's not particularly good. So yeah, I think managed to wrap that one up. Did have to go the long way around it thanks to the combo being fizzled by Path to Exile, but our deck does play a good long game, and I think this proves it here really, which is nice. So let's go on to the final game, if we can. So our opener was Eternal Witness, Restoration Angel, and all lands, which I didn't like. I really want to see Path, which, you know, is probably sort of a a good idea to put more removal in the sideboard, I suppose, a good argument for it, because Splinter Twin is just so difficult without it. It might be a reason to go Abzan as well, to get Abrupt Decay, potentially, but yeah, it was not a hand that I was willing to keep, really. Thought it was just a bit too risky, too slow, didn't really do anything. This is also rather slow, doesn't do a great deal, but I figure it's probably better than going to 5 and hoping that we draw a path, and so I decided to run with this. Nice, going to be able to draw some cards at least, so hopefully dig a little bit deeper with those Serum Visions. Nothing too exciting from him just yet. We're going to play Wall of Omens. Self-Kite is very annoying. I'm going to fetch up a Temple Garden and just pass that now, and then Eternal Witness to get back my path. I figure I'm just better off clearing the Spellskite because it's gonna end up eating a path either way, and I figure I might as well use my Eternal Witness next turn to sort of best use my mana. Because that was about it. So I'm going to pick it back up my path. A Visionary out. I don't play the second Visionary. Again, worried about counter magic. Particularly a Remand, I would suggest. So, opponent plays Deceiver Exarch, he's going to trap down the Bop. And if he's got it with counter magic, then not much I can do, but we obviously tried our best. So yeah, he has a Dispel there, which is nothing I can do about. If he had Remand, I would have been alright. Mana Leak, not so good. But yeah, not a lot I could have done there. I feel like we played to our best. Definitely not a strong matchup for our deck, thanks to our lack of removal. There's probably some good hate cards around that could help in this matchup. I think Linvala is in the sideboard of the original list, which I believe works well against Splinter Twin. Not entirely sure off the top of my head, I can't think of too many great cards, but I think maybe just upping the removal, maybe Dismember in the sideboard, or something similar would be a nice way to go, just to sort of shore this matchup a little bit better. But obviously we can win, it is possible, as shown in the game 1, and Eternal Witness plus Path is quite a cool combo which we got to use quite a lot in this particular matchup. But yeah, definitely a bit of a weakness for us, and something that probably needs to be worked on.